In this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 different things that you can use to take action towards your goals immediately. Okay, and before I start the video, I want to explain some basic math here that you have to understand. That is fundamental before I explain any of the other stuff in this video. So, the person who goes to the gym when they don't feel like going to the gym is always going to be stronger than the person who goes to the gym only when they feel like going to the gym or only when they're motivated. You want to know why? Because it takes discipline to go to the gym when you don't feel like going to the gym. Okay, now here's the thing. Okay, you can say that, oh, I'm in a bad mood, so I'm not going to go to the gym. Or you can choose to have a positive mentality and not be in a bad mood in the first place, which brings me to my first rule. Okay, you have to always stay positive all the time and be irrationally positive if you want to be successful. And it might sound dumb, okay, but if you're in a bad mood, you're always focusing on the negative stuff throughout your day, no matter how good your day is, no matter how amazing your day is, there's going to be something, even if it's minuscule, negative that's going to happen in your day. Okay, so if you're constantly focusing on the bad, it doesn't matter how good your day is. You're still going to be focusing on the bad, so you're going to have a quote unquote bad day. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to mentally focus on the good, only the good things. Your life is what you focus on. So if you only focus on the good things, your day, and you only focus on the good things in each of your days, your day is always going to be better. Okay, I honestly always like to look on the positive side of things because I don't see the point in having a negative mentality. It's never going to help me achieve my goals. This is also very simple math, honestly, too. So you have to understand that you have to have a positive mentality and you have to believe in yourself. If you're constantly telling yourself that, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this, I'm not going to become successful, all this bad stuff about yourself, you already have enough enemies in the opposing side, okay? There's plenty of people who will literally throw you down. They will slam you down in order to get what they want, not what you want. No one is going to get you what you want for you, okay? You have to do it yourself, okay? So you have to have a positive mentality. And if you don't think about what you want to achieve, no one else is going to think about it for you. Okay, so you have to think about it yourself and you have to discipline yourself to do it. Okay, so the second rule, which this brings me to, is you always have to have delusional self-belief. Okay, if you delusionally believe in yourself, I know this stuff doesn't sound related to procrastination, but here's the thing. If you always are in a bad mood, you're always negative, you're always going to tell yourself, oh, I'm too tired to go, do the work. I'm too tired to do this. I'm too tired to do that. And as a result, you won't end up achieving your goals, okay, because you're not actually putting in the effort, right? So you always have to believe in yourself. That's why you always have to believe in yourself. If you always believe in yourself, that'll give you the motivation and the fuel to go do the work anyways, no matter how you're feeling, no matter what the situation is, no matter how difficult it is, because you know in the end, you are going to be in a good situation and you are going to be proud of yourself and you are going to enjoy the process. Okay, so once you start thinking that way, you will actually end up achieving your goals. And I don't like the people who come to me and complain and they're like, oh, I'm in a bad situation. It's like, okay, maybe something bad happened to you, but it's no one's coming to save you as a dude. Okay, so I've been in bad situations. I've been in difficult situations many times. Okay, and I know I'm going to end up having another one coming up at some point. Not saying that I want that to happen, but there's going to be, times where you are going to have to put in the effort and it's going to be difficult. Okay, now you can mentally choose to think that this is difficult, like I just said, or you can mentally choose to think, you know what, I like the pain, I like the process, I like doing this. Okay, which brings me to my third rule, which you have to enjoy the process. You have to enjoy the pain. Now, what this means is if you do believe, this is correlated with the last rule, by the way, if you believe in yourself, okay, and you believe that you will end up achieving your goals, if you truly believe, then you'll actually enjoy the process. So that is the determiner of whether you're actually believing in yourself. And here's the reason why. Okay, if you actually know, let's say you 100% knew that you were going to end up making all of the money you wanted, you were going to end up achieving all of your goals, everything, okay, by, let's say, in 2 years from now, okay, either way, you would want to start putting in the effort because you never feel satisfied. Okay, I promise you, no matter who you are, you might think you feel satisfied if you don't put in the effort before achieving your goals, but that is not true. You have to put in, this is why you have to put in the effort, because me personally, I already know I'm never going to be satisfied until I put in my 100% effort for a consistent period of time. So every single day, putting in 100% effort, or 100% of the day to achieving my goals, okay, to end up achieving my goals, okay, because if you don't, then you won't end up being proud of yourself. You won't end up, it doesn't matter how much money you get, it doesn't matter how buff you get, it doesn't matter how many girls you get, it doesn't matter what you get, okay? You're never going to feel satisfied until you put in your 100% effort, because then you'll know mentally that you were able to do what you don't want to do when it needs to be done. That is what it's about. You have to be confident. That gives you confidence. Nothing else besides discipline will give you that type of confidence. It doesn't matter who you are. The only way that you will get that type of confidence of being practically a superhero, okay, is putting in the effort and putting in the discipline, okay? It is a very fundamental rule that you have to understand. Now, again, back to what I was saying, you might be thinking, oh, this doesn't have to do with procrastination. Well, if you, let's say right now, you instantly were hypnotized into having this self-belief, this mindset, all this stuff that I just told you, okay? You wouldn't want to procrastinate anymore because you know you'd want to achieve your goals. So what's the point of procrastinating? What's the point of doing all this stuff if you just take action now? Okay, every time you procrastinate, this is the main thing that I want to tell you guys. That is the most important thing in my mind. When you procrastinate, every time your mind tries to tell you to procrastinate, think of the person on the opposing trench. Think of the person that is going against you right now. Okay, it can be an imaginary person, but it's still a true person. There's someone who wants the exact same car as you. There's someone who wants the exact same goal as you. It's just a matter of who is willing to put in more effort than the other person. Okay, so mentally think about them. Mentally think, what if they choose to procrastinate right now and I didn't? Okay, and then if you just keep on not procrastinating, you stop procrastinating, you keep on putting the effort more than everybody else constantly, you'll eventually realize I'm putting in more effort than whoever that other guy is. And I want to put in more effort than whoever that other guy is because I will end up achieving the results if I put in more effort than whoever that other guy is. So that's all I wanted to talk about today, guys. I thank you guys so much for the support. Other than that, that's about it. Thanks for watching.